Toilet Tower Defense is coming back. With its release date now just 2 weeks away and huge new information being released, we have so much to talk about in today's video. Starting with the exact release date for Toilet Tower Defense. Over the past 24 hours, we got some huge news from I Am Evan, who is one of the lead developers of Toilet Tower Defense. In his live stream, as you can see on your screen, he said that there is a 70% chance that Toilet Tower Defense will come back in the next 1 to 2 weeks. This huge news confirms that either Telanthric and Daft Boom are working out a deal to remove the copyright strikes, and the game will be released in the next week exactly the way it was, or Toilet Tower Defense will be relaunched with the copyrighted material removed. In this live stream, we also got another major piece of information which gives us another clue on exactly when the possible release date may be. He also said that DMCA is serious stuff, and it will take a bit of time for the team to reopen the game. This gives us a clue as to why it has taken a while for Toilet Tower Defense to be reopened, as one of two scenarios need to happen for the game to be back online. The first one is if Telanthric and Daft Boom have worked out a deal for the game to be relaunched. In a video by the Toilet Tower Defense community manager, we got some big news confirmed as to exactly how these negotiations are going, which I will play now.
There's been some new information on Toilet Tower Defense. Our associates have actually gotten in contact with the F-Boom and actually are making deals with him right now. Before, it was kind of like he was trying to get in contact with the F-Boom and trying to talk to him, and he kind of wasn't really talking to us. Now apparently he's actually talking to us, and we're actually trying to make a deal right now. That F-Boom already told us that he really doesn't care that there's games on Roblox that take his idea and just put him into a game. He basically says that he just wants like money out of it pretty much. So if we're gonna be giving him money out of it, and Telanthric already kind of like said he would be giving him money out of it, I'm pretty sure the game will be coming up.
As you can see from the clip, the main thing that is delaying the launch of the game in this case is Telanthric working out exactly how much money he is willing to pay, Daft Boom, and all the legal contracts that would need to be set up in this case being sorted. This amount has ranged from 10% to up to 50% of the game's profit, and a lot of the delays in the game's release will be because it's taking time for both Telanthric and Daft Boom to agree on a number that's fair. But if a deal is made, then we can expect Toilet Tower Defense to be back online in a matter of days after both of them agree on a number, as no assets in the game would need to change. The other scenario, which I also think is likely, is that Telanthric doesn't want to give Daft Boom any of the profits of the game. In this case, he would need to replace all the copyrighted material from the game, and also make sure with lawyers that Daft Boom can no longer copyright strike him. This, in my opinion, could be the reason why the game is taking another few weeks to relaunch, as the development team are having to remake all the copyrighted assets in Toilet Tower Defense, which would take a lot of time. But in this case, as soon as the copyrighted assets are replaced, even if Daft Boom still doesn't want the game back, it wouldn't matter, as he can no longer copyright strike Toilet Tower Defense. This scenario is the one I'm actually starting to believe, as in another video by the community manager, we got news that Telanthric is meant to be posting a YouTube video updating everyone on the situation any day now, and that a lot of the information may surprise us. Here's the clip for context.
So there is some brand new news that is coming for Toilet Tower Defense. If you guys have not known, Telanthric, basically the creator of Toilet Tower Defense, he got copyright striked 3 times. Yeah, 3 times he got copyright striked. And to be quite honest, they're false copyright strikes. But anyways, there's some good news coming for Telanthric. Either today or tomorrow, he's going to be releasing a pretty big video. This video is basically going to go over everything that's happened, and it's going to have some new information for all of us. A lot of info that you guys are probably going to be questioning is probably going to be inside of that video.
As you can see from the clip, I think the news that we may be questioning will be that a lot of the game will be changed, as Daft Boom and Telanthric can't work out a deal. So Telanthric is having to remodel a lot of the game. This would mean that when the game is back online, any assets or items that reference the Skibidi Toilet series would have to change, and maybe even the name of Toilet Tower Defense as well. But even though these items may be called something different and look different, the core gameplay, as well as the rarity and power of all the items, would all stay the same. And I believe all the units would still look very similar to the ones currently in the game. But as I said, just with slight variations to how they look and their names. But even in this scenario, we can 100% expect Toilet Tower Defense to come back online very soon. Now that we know the game is coming back in the next few weeks, the next really important point we have to cover is if everyone's units game passes and progress will be saved, and if toilet tower defense will stay the same as it used to be. And we have got some big news on the Discord on exactly what will happen with everyone's units when the game comes back online. The toilet tower defense community manager said on the Discord that your data is saved if we get the game back online. This is huge news, as what this means is that the toilet tower defense team took a snapshot of everyone's data, including all the units everyone had, all their coins, game passes, and any other items or progress. This means that if Toilet Tower Defense comes back online, the game and everyone's progress and units will be the same before the game was shut down. So if this relaunch all goes well, then we should all be able to carry on as normal. This would also apply to game passes as well, so if you spent money on Toilet Tower Defense, it won't go to waste. The only thing that might change is if Daftboom and Telanthric don't work out a deal, then some of your items would have different names and look different to avoid copyright, but they would be just as strong in the game. The other piece of major news is if Telanthric's YouTube channel will still be deleted. As we know, Daftboom also issued 3 copyright strikes against Telanthric, and if these aren't removed by YouTube, his channel would be deleted. This situation, though, I believe will work out fine for Telanthric, as if him and Daftboom work out a deal with Toilet Tower Defense, then I'm sure the strikes on his channel would all be removed. But even if a deal with Toilet Tower Defense is not reached, Telanthric's videos don't violate any of YouTube's copyright policies, as it all falls under fair use and commentary. So Telanthric will either get his channel back talking directly with the YouTube team, or if Daftboom carries on denying his requests and keeps on copyrighting him, then Telanthric would have to take him to court. But once again, he is almost sure to win in this case, as he didn't use any of Daftboom's YouTube videos in his content. It was only the Roblox game inspired by his series, and on top of that, it all had original commentary, so would all fall under fair use. In this case, it's Daftboom who is in the wrong, and whether he knew it or not is falsely copywriting Telanthric's channel. Lots of people are also wondering if we will get refunds for the game being down so long, and although we haven't got exact confirmation from Telanthric on this, it doesn't look like any refunds will be given. This is because if Telanthric was to give refunds through Roblox, the amount we would all receive would only be 60% of what we spent on the game because of Roblox's system, and as most of the purchases on the game have already been used by players or units that were got by opening crates already traded, it would be very hard to tell exactly who deserved a refund, as well as if they should even be given. So in the case of refunds, most likely they won't happen. But the good news will be that, as I said earlier, all game passes and units, even if they look and are called something different, will be saved, and your progress and any money you spent on the game won't be gone. So right now it looks like we can expect Toilet Tower Defense to be back online in 1 to 2 weeks from now. That would be between the 11th to 18th of October, and whether the game comes back exactly as it was before, or whether the assets are slightly changed, is still unknown. But what we know for certain is when the game comes back, all progress, game passes, and items will be the same as before the copyright strikes. They may just look a little different. Also, Telanthric's channel should be back online any day now. I will be keeping you all up to date in the meantime with the latest information, so if you want to stay informed and also have a chance to win a free mythic unit when the game comes back online, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on and comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.